acceleration of an object by looking at the graph. So we are looking at the shape of the line that's on the graph. That is going to tell you the acceleration of the object. So we only talk about 3 kinds of acceleration in this class. We talk about positive, negative, and zero acceleration. Positive acceleration means that object is speeding up, so the line on the graph would curve up, just like this one does. Okay. Now, I showed you in class, and they're on the notes, a really easy way to figure out whether the line is curving up or curving down will be to put eyes over the top of it. In this case, it makes a smiley face. That means it's positive acceleration. The next one we talk about is negative acceleration. This means the object is slowing down, and the line on the graph will curve down. Now, again, we can put eyes over the top of it. We can tell that the line is curving down because it makes a frowny face. And then zero acceleration. This means that the object is not changing its speed in any way. So the line on the graph would be straight, just like this one. Doing my best to draw a straight line. It's kind of difficult. Right, so that line doesn't curve at all. It doesn't curve up. It doesn't curve down. So if we were to come down here and find the speed like we do with our right angles, it is the same each time. So we know that that speed is not changing. And the last thing we talked about in class was looking at a graph that had sharp changes in the line instead of it curving. Now, a curved graph is more realistic because when you go to slow down in a car, you hit your brakes and you slow down really quickly. You don't automatically stop. You don't automatically go 50 miles an hour when you put your foot on the accelerator. It takes time for you to speed up and it takes time for you to slow down. But when we're talking about things in class, a lot of times it's easier to say a definitive, this is when they started walking, this is when they stopped. So this is one of the stories I told in class. I'll show you again. Let's say that I start at home, I get in my car, I drive to school, oh, I stop, I get gas, and then once I've gotten my gas, I start driving again, and then I make it all the way to school. Okay? So in real life, I wouldn't stop automatically, and I wouldn't automatically get back up to the same speed again to once I get back in the car and start driving. But this is a really easy way for us to talk about when something happened. So if you see an example like this, know that these spots that show a change in the line are parts where they accelerated. Whether it was positive acceleration or negative acceleration, it'll kind of tell you in the story. But again, if we think about this little line right here, let me get a different color. If we talk about this little piece of line right here, if we put eyes over that, it makes kind of a frowny face. That's where I stopped to go get gas. And this little spot right here, if I were to draw a line out and put eyes over it, it kind of makes a smiley face. So that would be where I started driving again. My speed started increasing. Okay, so when you see those sharp changes in the graph, don't freak out. We can use the same ideas that we use for the curved graphs. It's just a little bit easier to talk about when things happened if we have a definite spot where the object stopped or where the object started moving again. And that's it for acceleration.